A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a move that could have significant implications for the political landscape in Louisiana, the Supreme Court has agreed to hear a long-standing dispute over the state's congressional map. This case, which centers on the drawing of voting districts and the representation of black voters, is particularly timely given the recent census data showing an increase in the black population in Louisiana. The outcome of this case could reshape how states interpret the Voting Rights Act when it comes to establishing voting districts. The legal battle began when a group of Louisiana voters challenged the Republican-controlled legislature's decision to redraw the congressional map, which now includes 2 districts with a majority of black voters. This change comes after the original map, which was drawn post-2020 census, included only 1 majority black district out of 6. The plaintiffs argue that the new map violates the Constitution's Equal Protection Clause, as it was drawn with race as the predominant factor, which they claim amounts to racial gerrymandering. Louisiana's demographics are significant, with nearly a third of the state's population identifying as black. In response to the census data, lawmakers attempted to create a second majority black district, linking communities from Baton Rouge to Shreveport. However, this decision faced immediate backlash from a group of residents, known in court as the Calais plaintiffs, who argue that the new map improperly segregates voters based on race and disrupts the integrity of local communities. In late April, a federal panel of judges sided with the Calais plaintiffs, temporarily blocking the state from implementing the newly drawn map. They ruled that the map likely violated the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which aims to protect the voting rights of minority groups. The panel's decision highlighted concerns that the legislature had prioritized race in the map drawing process, which could lead to further legal complications. However, in May, the Supreme Court intervened, pausing the lower court's ruling and allowing the map with the second majority black district to remain in place. This decision has sparked a renewed debate about the balance of power in the House of Representatives, particularly as control of the chamber hangs on a razor-thin margin. As the Supreme Court prepares to hear this case, the implications extend beyond Louisiana. A ruling in favor of the plaintiffs could set a precedent that affects how states across the country draw their voting districts, particularly in regions with significant minority populations. Conversely, a ruling in favor of the state could embolden legislatures to draw maps that may dilute the voting power of minority groups. The case will not impact the upcoming election cycle, but it is poised to influence future elections and the political representation of black voters in Louisiana and potentially beyond. As the nation watches closely, the Supreme Court's decision could either reinforce or challenge the principles established by the Voting Rights Act, a cornerstone of American democracy. The ongoing debate over racial representation in voting districts is a critical issue that resonates across the country. The outcome of this case could have far-reaching consequences, affecting not only the political dynamics in Louisiana, but also the broader conversation about race, representation, and voting rights in America. As the legal proceedings unfold, one thing is clear. The stakes are high, and the implications of the Supreme Court's decision could reshape the electoral landscape for years to come. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.